I have some new products from YSL, the much anticipated powder blushes, and I also picked up the new eyeshadow palette that's in their Valentine's Day collection. Last year when YSL came out with blushes, I thought it was going to be powder blushes, but it was liquid blushes, and I did pick up a couple of those, and they're very pretty on, but I'm really excited for the powder blushes because I love the powder products from YSL. And the YSL eyeshadow palette, you know I love the formula, so I had to pick up the new one that's in their Valentine's Day collection. Okay, I hope the camera picks it up. It does come in that ombre pastel colors effect instead of the usual black clutch. This is kind of nice because then I can differentiate between this and my other palettes that I have from YSL, because I've got quite a bit. So in the Valentine's Day collection, there's only this eyeshadow palette and 2 lipsticks, which I did not get. One is the Love Shine Lip Oil Stick, and the other is the Candy Glow Tinted Butter Balm. And that also comes in that pretty pastel ombre effect. And it does say that this one is limited edition. So the full name of it is the Couture Mini Clutch Luxury Eyeshadow Limited Valentine's Day Edition, and it's number 125, Endless Love. Makes you want to sing that song. And it does cost $68, so it's pretty much the same price as the other eyeshadow palette. So let's take a look at the shades in here. So you can see that it does look Valentine-ish with the purples and the pinks and that deep berry shade. So let's go ahead and swatch it with this metallic shade. And in this palette, there are 3 mattes and 1 kind of like a duochrome. So here is that. Oh, let me bring it in closer. All right, let me swatch it one more time. So it is kind of like a shadow topper, but as you can see on my eyes, it does have a good punch. And this formula is the same as the other palettes. When you swatch it, it doesn't look like it has, you know, a lot of bang for your buck, but when you put it on your lids, that's where it shines. And then we have this beige matte. Has a little bit of a pink undertone there. It's a little bit more on the cool side, I guess. And then let's go into this berry shade, and the matte shades are just very creamy, very velvety. So here's that deep purple, very pigmented. Oh, got some chunks there. And then we have the last shade here, and sorry about my fingernail, it did break. But here are the shades in the Endless Love palette. Again, very Valentine-y. And for this look, I did start with the lightest shade first and place that in my crease. And it blended in very nice, and you could still see the color. And then I used that pinky peach shade and also put that in the crease. Again, very easy, very pigmented, and it's very smoothing on my lids. And then next I placed the deep plum shade in the outer corner. And then what was left on my brush, I decided to go more in the center of my lid. And then I used my finger to apply this duochrome and just applied that on my lids. And I do like that effect that it has with that. I mean, I do see maybe a hint of blue. For under my eyes, I placed the light shade first, the beigey one, and then I placed the berry shade in the outer corner. Also from YSL, I did use this eyeliner and place that in my waterline and a little bit in my lower lash line. So it's in shade 04 Unrestricted Plum. So I wanted a little bit of a purpley look for my eyes. And then black liquid liner for the top lash line and mascara. And this is the finished look, and I do like it. I thought it would be a little light, but I do like that iridescent duochrome purple shade. All right, now let's get to the blushes, and the full name is the Make Me Blush 24-Hour Buildable Blurring Powder Blush. It seems like that there's a little bit of controversy with these shades because they released 7 shades here in the US, and I'll put a picture here of what we have, which are pretty shades, but then when I look at the UK YSL website, there are 11 shades, so there's 5 more shades than what we have here in the US. So I'm hoping that they'll release some shades over here, because there is one that I'm kind of looking at, is number 12, Nocturnal Nude. I think the others would be a little bit light. Maybe number 57, Coral Clash, would work on my skin tone. Maybe Rose Haze would be pretty, but I really like that 12 Nocturnal Nude. So it's a shame those shades aren't available for us here in the States. Maybe in the future, if we make a lot of noise, YSL will bring it here. But for now, we're stuck with just 7 shades. And out of those shades, I did get 3 of them. I was hoping for 4, but the deepest one, that one sold out by the time I got to it. So let me go ahead and show you the packaging. It comes in a round compact with the same type of packaging with the fabric clutch stitching here. What's nice about it is that they did color code it on the outside. What you see out here is what's inside. So it makes it easy for us to see what it is instead of opening it up or looking at the name in the back. So I kind of like that, and I do like the YSL packaging. Now these do cost $45 each, a little bit more than the liquid, and you do get 6 grams of product, which is 0.21 ounce. Now in the liquid blushes, these cost $39, and I think you get double the product. product, but it is a liquid, it's not a powder. And the packaging, I think, is what you're getting here. Yeah, more than double. 50 mils of product, 0.51 ounce, and it's cheaper. But again, I think you're just paying for the packaging as well. So this iconic palm-sized powder blush feels lightweight and blurs into the cheeks, lasting 24 hours without leaving the skin feeling dry. You can have a diffused flush or can build it up for a full glam look. And they also come in different finishes. There are some shades that are satin and some that are matte. And it seems like I did pick 2 matte and 1 with a satin finish. So let's start with my favorite shade that I have in the liquid. This is number 44, Nude Lavalier. And I hope that's how you pronounce it, but let's take a look at the packaging. I love that color pink. And when you open it up, it does have a magnetic closure, which is nice. And then here's what the embossing looks like inside. Kind of the same as outside with that clutch stitching and the YSL embossed there. And let me try to bring it in closer. This one does have a satin finish, so I hope that you can see it there. But let's see how it looks on the skin. So this is number 44, Nude Lavalier, and it's an iconic dusty pink satin. And I hope that you can see that there is a little bit of a satin to it. Now I'm going to apply this one to the cheek. I have no bronzer or anything else, just foundation. I'm going to use the Sonia G Face Pro. Ooh, there is some kick up there. Oh, and I have to say, when I was swatching it, it does feel very soft, very velvety. But let's see how this color looks. Yeah, I love this shade. Even in the liquid. And yes, I can see a little bit of a satin. You can see that there. I don't see that much of a satin when I use the liquid. It's more of a matte, but that's pretty. I like that, and very pigmented. It's not looking powdery. It's blending into the skin. And yeah, I do like this color, and I do like that satin finish there. Let me just build it up and see, put more in the back. Oh yeah, you can build it up. It's very pigmented. Okay, let me see if I can blend that out. Yeah, and that looks very nice with the eyeshadow palette as well. And I'll compare it with the liquid blushes when we finish swatching these. Now let me go to this shade, number 87, Pink Voltage. So you can see the difference here. This is number 44 and this is number 82, or 87. I hope this is not gonna look too cool on me where it looks like a bruise, but it has a matte finish to it. Again, it is very velvety and creamy when you swatch it. So let's swatch it there. Yeah, it's a little bit brighter. It's not as muted as number 44. Let me use the Sonia G Soft Cheek. Oh, that's pretty as well. I thought it'd be too cool, but that has some nice color to it. Very springy, I should say. All right, I hope you can see the difference between these two, number 44 and number 87. So this is number 44, and this is number 87. But I wanted to put the 2 pink shades on the same time so you could see the difference. So this is number 44 again with the satin finish, and this is number 87 with the matte finish. Yeah, I've been really happy with the YSL products lately. Okay, let me take this side off because it is a matte finish, so it'll be easy to take off. And the last one that I have is number 37, Peachy Nude, which you can see the packaging there and what's inside. Again, this one is a matte finish. So again, this number 37, Peachy Nude, which is a warm terracotta matte. Cleaning my brush, the Soft Cheek by Sonia G. And this one's another pretty one too. That is pretty. Again, it blends out very nice. You can build it up, but yeah, there's no need to. You need to go very light-handed too, if you're lighter than me and if you want like a softer look. But look at that, that's pretty. And again, here's my favorite shade, number 44 and number 37. And you can see that this one is a matte finish, and of course this one is the satin. Kind of makes you wonder if they made this one into a matte, what it would look like, and if they made this one into a satin finish, what that would look like. Wow, all right, YSL. An idea, light bulb. Just for fun, I want to swatch the 2 liquid blushes that I have. So this one's number 44, Nude Lavalier. And let's put you here. Yeah, it's kind of similar, but in a powder form. Maybe the liquid's a little bit deeper, but it's the same undertone at least. Yeah, I think it's a little bit deeper. And then number 37, the Peachy Nude. And let's put you here. Okay, I would say it's similar. It has the same undertone. I mean, it's a liquid to a powder, but I have to say maybe the liquid does look a little bit deeper than the powder. But I think it's pretty much the same undertones. These two right here, this one and this one. Now what do I think about these? I love the YSL powder products. Let's start with the eyeshadow. I think this is such a pretty look. You can make a couple of looks, not a lot, but a couple of looks with this palette. And I do like this topper shade. It does have some, I guess some blue in there. That's why it looks purple, pink and purple. Pink and blue makes purple, I think. Red and blue. But I like that iridescent, and it's very smoothing. It's not chunky. It's not glittery. And the mattes, they blend in. They don't muddy with each other. You can build it up. You can make it soft. And this is such a pretty Valentine's Day date night eyeshadow palette. Now I want to compare it to this palette that I have from YSL number 400. Now I have to be careful with it because they are kind of soft. And as you can see, this one's fallen out many times. But let me just swatch that one next to it. I'd say the one from 400 has a little bit more of a pinky peach, where this one's a little bit more purpley. I know you can't see it on my skin tone, but yeah, this one's a little bit more pink and this one's a little bit more purple. I hope it shows up on camera. And just to put it side by side here, you can tell which one's the new one without looking at the top because of my broken shade there. I mean, it does look similar. So let's go ahead and finish swatching it. Now 400 does have two topper shades, so let me put the other one here. And this one's a little bit pinker, golder. There we go. I hope you can see that. And then let's put the two matte shades right there. Swatched the wrong fingers, didn't I? But the matte shades and the new one, it is a little bit lighter. Again, sorry for my finger. And the deeper shade, this one has a bit more purple undertone, whereas this one's a little bit more kind of brown undertone. Maybe when you put it on the eyes, it can look similar. I did do a look with this palette and it was very pretty. I have to say it was one of my favorite ones, and it's very kind of light and delicate. Whereas this one, I see more of an iridescent with the shadow topper. I like how it turns purple and blue and pink. I know I curled my hair a little different, so it's kind of in my way. We'll see if I style it again that way. But let's talk about the blushes. I love the blushes. I love the powder blushes, and I love the liquid blushes. I love how this one has that satin finish where you don't need to use a highlighter. It gives you that little bit of a glow there. And I do like the formula of the matte. It just blends into the skin. It doesn't look powdery or dry or anything like that. And I like all three colors. Even this pink one that I thought it would look like a bruise, this one had a nice tone to it, where it just looked like I had a flush of color if I just put very lightly on. So I do hope that YSL will bring other shades to the US here, and I hope that that spicy berry, I believe, yes, will come back into stock because I would like to get that one. That one, I know it looks a little bit dark, maybe too purpley, and maybe it might make me look like I have a bruise. I still want to try it because I love the YSL products. I love the bronzer, the powders, the liners. I'm real happy with the YSL powder products for sure, and the liquid blushes. I did see that YSL is coming out with highlighters. I think I'm going to pass on those because I hardly wear highlighters, and plus with this one with a satin finish, I think it can go both ways. And I believe they're coming out with a loose powder as well. I may be interested in that. I have to look at the colors again because I think there's only 3 colors, maybe a translucent, a pink, and a blue maybe. So I may look at the translucent one. For now, I love the eyeshadow palettes and the blushes. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video of me trying on the new Valentine's Day eyeshadow palette and 3 new blushes from YSL. So if this video was helpful and you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this, and you'll have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.